One page a day, a small habit, a big change. There was a young person who carried a beautiful dream inside their heart. One day, they would speak English fluently, opening doors to a bigger, brighter future. But strangely, no matter how much that dream burned inside them, they could never truly begin. Every time they opened a textbook, a heavy feeling washed over them. Within minutes, their phone lit up. A message, a new video, a pointless notification. And just like that, the study session ended before it even started. They would quietly tell themselves, "It's okay, I'll start tomorrow." But that tomorrow never really came. One afternoon, while sitting in a quiet corner of the library, they sighed and admitted to a friend that they had tried many times, but could never stick to studying. They wanted to learn, they really did. But the moment they looked at a book, they felt drained and discouraged. The friend didn't scold them, didn't lecture them, just asked softly, "How much do you try to read each day?" The simple question made the young person pause. Maybe they had unknowingly placed a huge burden on a habit that had barely begun. The friend smiled and said, "You don't need to read much, just one page a day." One page, so small that there was no reason to refuse. That night, looking at the dusty stack of books on the table, the young person whispered to themselves, "One page, I can do that." And they really began with one tiny page. On the first day, they finished the page in just a few minutes. After reading it, they closed the book gently. No pressure, no exhaustion. On the second day, they read another page. On the third day, one page turned into two, then three, because the story suddenly became interesting. To their surprise, they realized something. When the goal is small enough, the mind doesn't resist. When the fear of having to study a lot disappears, consistency becomes easier than they ever imagined. Days that used to be filled with procrastination now passed with a quiet sense of peace, because they had conquered themselves in one small, simple way. A week went by, and they had read more than 20 pages. A month passed, and they finished their very first English book, something they once believed was impossible. Not because they suddenly became smarter, but because they refused to quit. They continued like that. No forcing, no guilt. On busy days, they read exactly one page. On free days, they read whole chapters. No matter what, they kept their promise. A tiny promise, but a promise kept. A full year slipped by quietly. One evening, while cleaning their desk, they suddenly noticed 12 English books neatly stacked together. Each book had pages slightly yellowed at the edges, marked by nights of effort, moments of exhaustion beaten by persistence, and silent victories over their old selves. They placed a hand on those books and felt a soft, deep happiness bloom inside, a kind of peace that words can't fully describe. In that moment, they understood something they had never truly realized before. Success doesn't come from intense bursts of effort. Success comes from small steps repeated every single day. You don't need to be extraordinary. You don't need to be brilliant. You just need to start and not stop. Self-discipline isn't forcing yourself to become someone else. Self-discipline is becoming a better version of you, slowly, gently, day by day. And sometimes, the thing that changes a whole life is not something big at all. It's simply one page a day.